I'm in Henderson, Nevada, and I'm with the mayor, Andy. Andy, you've been mayor of this town, and you've seen some tremendous changes, some tremendous growth. Tell me a little bit about Henderson.
Well, Henderson is the second largest city in the state of Nevada, about 300,000 residents. We started out very, very small, a blue-collar town in like
about 11,000
1950s.
people?
11,000 people. And so fast forward 30, 40 years later, and here we are at almost 300,000.
Now, you and I have met a number of times because I've been a keynote speaker at the League of Cities. What role has the League of Cities and the various components, the support structures played in your role as a councillor and then as a mayor?
You know what, I believe really strongly in networking and being able to have people from all across the country come to these conferences and have great keynote speakers like yourself. It just really does motivate a person to try and do a better job.
So as you look to the future, what are some of the changes you feel that need to be brought about in this community?
You know, one of the things that we're really going to be looking strongly at is it's not the economy of the last few years. It's a different economy now. It's something where we really have to be really concerned about everything. It's not going to be a free ride anymore. It's going to be one of these where we have to work really hard to make sure that we give our residents what they need.
Now, today we live in a global society, and you and I have been talking a lot about what's happening in other parts of the world. What role do you see Henderson possibly playing on a national stage, on a broader conversation in the country?
That's a good question. I never thought about that. I mean, quite frankly, the whole world is becoming smaller. So even these little towns, as you want to call us that, really we have an impact globally anymore. And so I guess we need to look forward as to what is going to be our role, not only in the United States, but globally.
That's right. And we are also right now in a state of political change. And here we are standing in front of the pavilion where Bernie Sanders spoke last night and gave his his speech about his version and his vision for America. What is the vision you have for America?
You know what, I would just hope that people in the United States would just realize that, you know what, it begins with me as an individual. And that's what makes a country, that's what makes a nation, that's what's make a world great, is with the individual.
And in the world of politics, and you've been involved in city politics and state politics for a very, very long time, the word compromise, why has that become such a dirty word in our country?
You know, it's sad that it has become such a bad word in our society, especially in the United States. That's what the country was built on, if you really go back to the Constitution, was compromise. That's why we have the two houses, the Senate and the United States Representatives. There's nothing wrong with compromise. To me, the way I look at it is that it's two people coming together, or two groups coming together, or two countries coming together and saying, okay, if this doesn't work for you and this doesn't work for you, what does work for you? Trying to get that ground where
what does work for us?
For us. That's probably a better way to put it. Between the two groups, the two countries, the two individuals, what works out for us.
Now, you've chosen to dedicate a lot of your life to public service. You spent a period as a police officer and worked yourself through running a police department. Why do you serve?
You know what, my family actually ingrained in me as a little kid, service, giving back to your community. One of the things that we really are big on in our family is, because I have been given much, I too must give. And that's a great premise to kind of base your life around, because I'm giving something, it means I got to give back.
So again, it's about, with the privileges and with the rights that we have tremendous obligations. And as we look at the youth of South Africa or the youth of America, or as we travel through the Dominican Republic or the different countries, it is for us to have the things that we have today, how little, how much it is, there are obligations to preserve and to protect and to leave on a legacy for the future generations and the future communities. So let us continue to look for a way of compromising, of serving, of making a difference. And Andy, thank you so much for having me in your city, and I look forward to our meetings on greater stages, other stages in the country, because this is only the beginning, not the end.
I love that. The beginning, not the end.